Alright, hold on. What's up? What's up, y'all? Oh, I didn't see you there. Alright, I'm just joking. Today, you are with Zay, feeling frisky in the hot summer day, rhyming with the hip hop hooray, and knowing that I am a whack rapper, okay? Don't tell anyone. Alright. Anyway, let's dive right into it. I hope you guys are ready to unpack your mental structures, find out what words mean, and mix it all together. Get a little, get a little. Let's bring a little clarity into the system, because there's a lot of confusion about what stuff is. Trust me, I know I was confused for a very long time, but now I see the light. Literally, I kind of see the light. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, very brain. Let's talk about what we are going to talk about today. All right. So, if you are listening to me, you're doing well. Did you hear what I said? If you are listening to me, you're doing well. But did you hear what I said? Did you hear it or did you listen? What's the difference? Why does it matter? How can you effectively use it? Let's look. Let's look at what we gonna live. Let's look at how we go. What's the difference between hearing, listening, and why it matters? Alright? So I guess I'm going to start with here, because that makes a bit more sense. And it's like, oh, it's right here. Okay. To receive sounds through the ear, to listen to be told, okay? Here, to receive sounds through the ear. It's very rudimentary, okay? Very simple. Hearing is something that a baby can do. Hearing is something that a fetus can do. Okay? A zygote, maybe not a zygote, but a fetus. Listening. Listen. To pay attention. Oh my gosh. I love this. To pay attention. What does paying attention mean? Does anyone know? Do you remember? Paying attention means you are spending energy to add tension. Alright? Why would you spend energy to add tension to listening? To your ears? I already got an earache. I don't need more tension in my ears. Okay, it's not comfortable for me. Let me tell you guys a story. So, there was this one time where I had to go and get a hearing test. I don't remember why. Maybe it was because I was for a job. Who knows? But I had to go get this hearing test. And I was super excited because I had never gotten a hearing test before. So, I'm walking up and, I walk in this room and this lady is like, okay, please step in this box. And I was like, oh, am I going to get out? Like, what's going to happen? Like, what's about to happen? We all alone in this room and you want me to get a box. I'm not liking this. Or am I? Like, what's going on? Like, I want to be, consent. What's happening, right? So, she was like, no, it's not. That's nothing like that, You just have to get in this box because this box is soundproof. And then I was like, okay, no. Look, I'm married. I got a girl. No, I'm joking. That didn't happen. But, so she was like, no, the box is soundproof. All right, we have to take the test with you in there because we're gonna play really, really low frequencies, and we want to see if you're able to hear them. So I was like, all right, cool. I've never been in a soundproof box before. So I get in that box, she shut it. I instantly got claustrophobia. Never had happened before in my life. And afterwards, after she shut it, I was like, I cannot hear anything around me. It was such a weird feeling to be closed off. To be auditorily, I hope that's word, auditorily closed off from your environment. It was strange, to say the least. Anyway, I got in there, I put the headphones on. She started, playing her sounds. I had to raise my hand. Or actually, sorry, I had to click a button when I heard it. So she played a sound, I clicked a button. And they were high, and then she would play a low one, then she'd play a high one, then she'd play a low one, then she'd play a high one, then she'd play a low one, alright? And then it would get so quiet. It would get so quiet, and I would just sit there and focus and click the button, right when I heard it. And eventually, she stopped. But I wanted to keep going. I was like, ooh, like I want to see how far I can, hear something too. But she stopped, and I got out, and I was like, so how did I do? And she was like, you have really good hearing. And she's like, you could hear the whole scale, even like up until the point where whatever the lowest decibel range was for the human ear, like that, like I could hear that low. And she was like, that's really good hearing. She was like, the only thing is that at about this, I think she said the 15 decibel range. I believe it was 15. She said at about this decibel range, your hearing kind of petered out a little bit. It's like you could hear it, but it's like you weren't as attentive to it as you were the other decibel ranges. I was like, oh, that's interesting. She was like, yeah, this is typically the decibel range where like your mom or your wife would talk to you. Yeah. I was like, you about to get me in trouble. I can't bring this report back to my wife. She gonna expect something like I got homework tonight. I can't bring this back. Okay. So I say all that to say that there's a difference between hearing and listening. Okay? At the other 80 whatever decibel ranges, I listened intently. But at the 15 decibel range, I only heard it. Okay? Listening is an active process. An active process. It involves your mind. It involves your mental faculties. It involves ideas. Alright? It involves stuff you've learned up here. Okay? Hearing is a rudimentary sense. It's something that most people have. Blessing my deaf people. I said deaf people. Blessing them. And they have ways of experiencing the world themselves. It's not what we're getting at here. But it's an experience of human it's human nature. So, excuse me, not human nature, human reality. It's an experience of that. So why? So we know the difference between the two. Why and how do we need to focus on them? Why do we need to focus on it? How do we need to focus on it? Okay. I'm going to give you a secret. It's a secret that most people don't really catch on to. Okay? So I'm going to tell you because we're cordial now. We're close. All right? We're sharing stuff. So I'm going to tell you. In order to be a good speaker, you have to first be a good listener. Too many times, people are listening to talk, but not listening to listen. Alright? There's a very big difference. If you already have preconceived notions in your head about an idea, you can only offer what you already know. And you cannot open yourself up to changing what you know. Alright? Anyone with that mindset, like I have this thing where like I can tell when people are like stressed or upset or there's like, trauma happening, because like I hear it. Like it is weird. It's weird. But keeping yourself in that mental state, whether you realize it or not, or whether the person you're talking to realizes it or not, it's a certain frequency, it's a certain sound that's being emitted that you create, and subconsciously people will pick up on it because they won't listen to you. Alright? Have you ever wondered why no one listens to you? It's probably because you are not listening to them. You talk too much. Alright? Anyone who talks too much, people become weary. Like, why are you talking too much? Like, what are you about to run right now? Like, you about to run something? You about to hustle me? People who are really would talk like way too much. I wouldn't say eloquent with their words, but they're sly. They're sly with their words. You can't trust them. Alright? Because their presence, the words that they're emitting, the sound that their essence is emitting is, I wouldn't say wrong, but it's hostile. Right? There's something hostile about that. Alright? And for me, this happens more with men than it does women. Like, I can, on a man, like, instantly. Like, if he's, like, in a stressed out state or something like that, it's, like, instant. Like, I just know. And I know who to listen to and who not to listen to because of that. Like, if you're trying to teach me something and I'm hearing you stressed out constantly, I'm not going to listen to you. It's coming from a place of stress. It's not coming from a place of authenticity and love and, happiness, support, whatever you want to call it. It's not coming from that place. Alright? So, how do we get to be better listeners? Well, there's one way. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, read, and then shut up again. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. But seriously, you gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet. Alright? In order for you to be an effective communicator, in order for you to convey an idea, you have to first be silent within yourself. Alright? Because silence is the foundation of sound. It's the thing from which all creation is made. Vibration, frequency, and there's a third one. Vibration, frequency. Someone else will remind me. Nikola Tesla. I'm sure a lot of people in this space probably know who Nikola Tesla is. Vibration, frequency, and another one. Put it in the chat. Make sure I stay on top of it, okay? Make sure I remember. So you gotta be quiet. Alright? Just be quiet. Read a little bit, a lot of it, a lot of it. Alright? Experience new things, but do it silently. Like, there was a time, I'm gonna tell you about this time. I went mute. Like, you are going to see such a difference between yourself and the people around you when you start being selfish and doing things for your own betterment. It's going to change. It's going to completely change you, because when I started, I'll tell you a story. So when I realized that I talked too much and I wasn't a very good listener, I shut up. I shut up for 2 weeks. In this 2 weeks, my family like was just having mental angst because I wouldn't say anything to them. All right. I was quiet. I was there, but I was quiet. All right. And my job, I found that because of survival, I did have to talk sometimes at my job, but for the majority, 2 weeks, I was quiet. All right. I shut up. People around you are not going to like the things that you are doing to yourself when they cannot implement their own thoughts and emotions on you. If you don't give anyone the opportunity to put themselves onto you and latch on, all right, they're going to give you a hard time about it. Do not waver, my friend. Stay strong in what you believe. Stay strong in what you know you have to accomplish. Stay strong in your personal growth and development. I'm feeling good. My head's tingling. I'm feeling real good right now. Stay strong, all right? So, listening, it's an active process. In order to get to listening actively, you might have to shut up. When you shut up, people around you are not going to like it. But you stay strong and you do not waver. Don't waver. Okay? But first, take this time for a little bit of silence within yourself. And it's hard. I'm not gonna say it was hard. Well, it wasn't hard for me. Like I can be quiet for a very long time. But now I know I have to speak. Alright? I know I have to be vocal. I know I have to communicate. Alright? Because there are things that I need to do. There are things that need to get done. But I'm able to do that because I had spent like 10 years, 8 to 10 years just listening. Alright? And internally listening. Externally listening. I still listen now, but it was so much more because I was just meditative all the time. Okay? So, I hope this blesses you. Oh my gosh, my peeps. I hope this blesses you so much. Remember to gently press that like button. Alright? Comment and subscribe. Y'all know we doing things with ease on the side. Again, my name is Zay. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Okay? Have a good day.